Suresh reaches his office running. Suresh's colleague Raman says he's late again today. The boss has called him in the cabin. Suresh enters his boss's cabin with depressed expression on his face. His boss asks him, "What is this? Why was he late every day?" Suresh says he couldn't find a bus on time. His boss accuses him of giving excuses every day. Sometimes the metro was late, sometimes the cab cancels a booking, etc. The boss says that he has become fed up of hearing excuses after excuses. Suresh then apologizes. His boss reminds him that it was his office and it was not his home, that he can step in anytime. He asks Suresh to explain why he comes late and leaves early. Suresh then says it takes him 4 hours to get there. His boss advises him to leave his house quickly. Suresh has to improve or else he will have to take action. Suresh was in tension as he steps out of the cabin. His colleague Raman asks him, "What happened? Why was he so upset?" Suresh says that the boss may take action against him as he comes late to the office regularly. Raman advises him to find an accommodation in the vicinity of the office. Suresh says that he was living in his own house. How could he leave it? He purchased it just last year. Raman then asks him why did he take home in a place from where there was so much difficulty in commuting. Suresh closes his eyes and puts his hand on his forehead and says, "Well, what can I say, man?"
There is no problem in living such dreams, but not doing the necessary homework before taking home can land you in trouble, just like Suresh.
Suresh bought his first house with his earnings. After getting a yelling of the boss, he regrets his decision now. But why is he feeling sorry? Now, we will know the answer to this question. It is a dream of millions of Indians like Suresh to have a roof over their head. It is a dream of millions to have their own house and not to live in a rented accommodation. Now, what happens if you buy a house without checking the location? It is making it difficult for people like Suresh to find a house in the era of rising house prices of houses and low inventory in good location. Not buying a house in the right location can prove to be a big mistake. If the area where you are buying a house has low infrastructure, inadequate public transport, no facilities like schools or hospitals, then do not buy a house in such a place just to save money. This will increase your transportation expenses and waste your time. Adding to that, the property's value will not increase. Take a house in a location where there are more development opportunities. Check the location thoroughly before buying a house. Next comes not checking the home loan eligibility. Generally, 10 to 20% of the house price needs to be paid as a down payment. The rest of the money is financed by banks. You can also take a home loan to build a house. It is good to take banks' pre-approval for a home loan. Banks estimate your ability to repay the loan and tell you how much loan you can get. This helps you find a house within your budget. Additionally, you can also estimate the down payment. If you skip checking for home loan eligibility, you may face problems in the future. Now, what are the other expenses besides the down payment? Home buyers who see advertisements on TV, newspapers or social media think that they only have to pay the base price. But this price is shown on basis of per square meter or square foot. But that's not the case. You also have to pay charges for amenities such as swimming pool, club membership and parking. For preferred locations such as park facing, road facing, pool facing or corner house, you have to pay preference location charge separately. GST has to be paid on buying under construction flats. In addition to this, you also have to pay at least 1 year's advance maintenance, stamp duty and registration charges. These cost a significant amount of money. Banks usually do not finance these three expenses. And do not blindly trust a builder. Builders make all sorts of promises when they approach you for selling the house, but it is not necessary that they will fulfill all those promises. Therefore, before buying a house, you should get in writing from the builder about all those amenities that will be included. Verbal assurances cannot be legally challenged. Also, check whether the builder has received an occupancy certificate from the relevant authority or not. the project is registered under RERA or not. Get the registry checked while buying a house or land so that no legal hurdles arise in the future.
खास करके फर्स्ट टाइम बायर्स को मेरा ये सुझाव है कि सबसे पहली चीज़ आप लोग बिल्कुल भी जल्दी ना करिए। जितनी रिसर्च कर सकते हैं, इंफॉर्मेशन गैदर कर सकते हैं वो करिए, जैसे कि कंस्ट्रक्शन मटेरियल के ऊपर, क्वालिटी स्टैंडर्ड्स के ऊपर। रीसेल के केस में स्पेशली अगर नोएडा, ग्रेटर नोएडा में अगर आप फ्लैट ले रहे हैं तो रजिस्ट्री से पहले एक अथॉरिटी में टीएम चार्ज लगता है जो ट्रांसफ़र के लिए होता है, वो एक बहुत बड़ा अमाउंट है। अगर आप नया फ्लैट बिल्डर से ले रहे हैं तो उसमें आपको जो फ्लैट मिलेगा रॉ है, तो आपको बेसिक इंटीरियर जैसे मॉड्यूलर किचन या वार्डरोब्स के लिए एक पैसा आपके पास स्पेयर होना चाहिए। बैंक लोन ले रहे हैं तो आप ऑनगोइंग सब्सिडीज़ चेक करिए, जैसे फर्स्ट टाइम बायर्स के लिए बैंक लोन पे अभी सब्सिडी चल रही है। बिल्डर अगर आप उसकी क्वालिटी चेक करना चाहते हैं या फीडबैक चेक करना चाहते हैं तो आप उनके पिछले जो डिलीवर्ड प्रोजेक्ट्स हैं वो जाके पर्सनली देखिए, विज़िट करिए, उनकी क्वालिटी देखिए, मेंटेनेंस देखिए, अपकीप देखिए। अगर हो सके तो वहाँ के रैंडम रेजिडेंट्स से मिलिए, उनसे उनका फीडबैक लीजिए, वो एक बहुत अच्छा रियल टाइम फीडबैक मिलेगा आपको। और एक इंश्योरेंस होती है, होम लोन इंश्योरेंस, जो आप ऑप्ट करें तो ज़्यादा अच्छा है, जो आपको बहुत से अनप्रिडिक्टेबल सिनेरियोज़ में कवर करती है, जैसे डेथ, डिसेबिलिटी, डिटेक्शन ऑफ क्रिटिकल इलनेस। और अगर आपकी जॉब जाती है तो 3 महीने तक वो इंश्योरेंस आपकी EMIs को कवर करती है। ये कुछ चीज़ें हैं जो फर्स्ट टाइम बायर्स को कंसिडर करनी चाहिए घर खरीदते हुए।
Suresh's mistake was that he bought his house in an area where there is no good transport system. If the location is not right, he will not get a buyer for his house soon. He will have difficulties if he intends to sell it and buy another house. Suresh now owns a house at a location where there are not enough facilities. If you are also buying a house for the first time and do not want to get stuck like Suresh, then check this checklist.